Okay, so this is fucking hilarious. Okay. I think that is a bit of a language game, though. Speaking to China makes sense because they pollute more, but she can have more influence speaking to the West. Okay, why is she not speaking to the West about China? That's where I can move on, Greta, now. Yeah. Why is she not speaking to the West about China? Why is she not telling the West to pressure China to reduce emissions? Why is she only talking about the emissions in the West and not the emissions in China? Forget going to China. Why is she not even talking about China? Why is she not saying that China is the greatest emission, we should do about it in the West? I've never heard her say anything about China. It's always blaming the West because she knows she can get away with it. Yeah, anyway, so this is like super fucking funny. So you had like a lot of like Westerners. I'm just gonna mute this. We don't need to hear it. A bunch of Westerners went to Gaza. Wanted to go to Gaza. Oh wait, hold.
But they don't have to follow the orders.
No, they're
They
following.
can allow us to stand
They
for
say
Palestine.
they're saying that they don't have choice. Like they don't
You
have
do
another
have a choice. You're humans. We're here for humanity. You are part of humanity. You are my brother.
They think the soldiers have a choice, bro. What are you talking about? No, they don't. Like this is their livelihood. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, or worse. Okay. Now, funniest thing here about this, I 100% believe. I saw a bit of this. It's so funny. I 100% believe they should have let them go into Gaza. 100%. Let them all into Gaza. Just let them, like, this is what I said earlier. You cannot, like, these people made up their fucking mind. Okay? They unless something shatters their reality, they will not believe it. Let them in. Let them in. Let them meet the Hamas guys they're supporting. The resistance. La resistance. Let them meet them. Let them live amongst them for a week. 1 week. I want to see how many of them try to run out of there and not being let out. They would do, honestly, the West a favor too. Like, these useful idiots should have been let into Gaza. Not because I want them to die. I want them to face reality. If they die facing reality, that's a whole other story. I wouldn't care. I'll probably laugh about it. But let them in. Yeah, sheep walking to the wolves den, realistically, yeah. Fucking Christ, man. I was laughing, but I was like, why didn't they let them in, man? Why? Just let them in. Also, same thing with Greta. Greta, dude, let her in. Let her go to Gaza with all of the food. See what happens to her. She had a boat full of food for like maybe like one person for a month. Okay, maybe. Okay. If she made it to Gaza, Israel would be like, you know what? Go on in. Oh, that would be so good. That would be so fucking good. That would be so nice to see. I would love it. Because all of her food would get instantly taken away by Hamas. Okay, they would not get any food. Okay, they would be in like a week if they're not killed. They would be in the streets begging for food, going into the lineups. It would be bad for Israel? Why? I don't think it would be bad for Israel if they let them in. It would set a bad precedent that if they let them in, they would have to let other people in. It would set a bad precedent. But image-wise, yeah, but that's not Israel's problem that Greta became a hostage, right? Israel could be like, we are here to rescue Israeli hostages. If the Swedish government wants to come in and negotiate with terrorists, they can go. Could never bomb Gaza at risk of killing Greta. Of course you can. She's not a higher tier civilian than the people in Gaza. Optically, it doesn't like that way. Look that way. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would not give a shit. They would actually like be, happy. Again, I honestly, I'm not being objective here. This is super subjective. Again, I like idiots finding out. I just like it. But yeah, we don't live in that reality. I wish I had a device of like, what if, and just see it happen. It's like, yeah, that would be cool. That would be nice. Like, yeah, what if, and then like go back in time. It's like, oh, okay, maybe we shouldn't let that happen. Obviously, this is like, you know, a problematic thing to check. But yeah, No More Lefties is better, but Greta is famous. Yeah, but I think she's more infamous than famous at this point. Her support dwindled. Nobody really cares about environment, and so it's like that's why she's griping onto the Gaza thing. I don't think anyone cares about Gaza. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you right now. I am 99% sure that 95% of the people who are protesting for Palestine don't give a shit about Gaza. They don't. I honestly don't even think majority of them care about Israel. I think they just want to protest something for the sake of protesting something and be part of something greater than themselves from their perspective. I literally don't think they know. Because here's the thing. Every interview you find of somebody interviewing these idiots, they don't know anything. You even saw Netanyahu and some American embassy guy arguing about evacuating American citizens from Israel. Yeah, but that's a bit different. That's a civilian, an American civilian that was captured in the attack. It wasn't an American civilian that went into Gaza like on their own and be like, "Yo, capture me." Right? I think that the scenario is also different. But again, could be right. It could be like that's like honestly, let's be real. Greta Thunberg is a big celebrity. I don't even think they would take her hostage. Like realistically, I don't know if Hamas would take her hostage. Like I think it's a double-edged sword in both ways. So